tools, your seed.
Are they in there?
No closer, farmer.
Didn't they know you were pulling out?
I told him.
You're driving him off his land horse, isn't that enough?
You keep out of it.
Let go, farmer.
Shoot you now, Fraser. Save trouble later. Mr. Rice! Farmer! That's right. Fix him up so he can travel. If you're smart, you light out with him.
From out of the West, Sickel, Zane Gray Theater.
This is barbed wire, and it was as important to selling the early West as guns, trains, and horses. At first, the ranchers used to fence in their property with smooth wire, but the cattle would push against it and eventually trample it down. The grass was always greener on the other side. In November 1874, J.F. Glidden invented barbed wire, and about the same time, a man named Jacob Heisch came along with the same idea. The fight between Glidden and Heisch over the patent went on for 7 long years. When barbed wire first came on the market, it sold for 20 cents a pound, and within 3 years, it was selling for 2 cents a pound. I think my old grandpappy got hooked on that one. In fact, I know he did. This is his. When barbed wire took over, the free range was dead. Its effects were both good and bad. It protected the small farm against bands of roving cattle, but it also caused warfare between the cattleman and the farmer. It's true, the wire fence kept the cattle from straying, but in the big blizzard of 1886, thousands of head of cattle were lost because they couldn't find shelter. Meanwhile, back at the courts, Glidden and Heisch settled their lawsuit, and both of them made a fortune, which proves a little wire can stretch a long, long way. In the story we've chosen for you this week, appropriately entitled Wire, we'll see the effect it has on a man's life and property.
Hey, we better take you into town, Oliver. Let Doc Galloway take a look at that head of yours, huh?
I'll be all right.
What happened, Mr. Ryson?
Your man Hawes carried out his orders.
Wick fired that shed?
You didn't give him orders to burn Oliver out?
No, Mr. Fraser, I didn't.
And maybe it was your brother.
Well, Abel wanted these buildings cleared off, but not while you were still here. Wick was acting on his own.
Well, that's a real comfort to know.
I'm sorry,
Sorry. We come to buy that milk cow of yours.
You still figure to stay? You know what Hawes said? You'll be the next.
I'm staying.
Here's Papa and Ben, and they got the cow, Mama, and the cow's got a calf.
Honey!
I wanted to go with you to get the cow.
Oh, you did, huh?
What's the cow's name?
I thought I'd call her Beth.
Oh, Papa, I don't want a cow with my name. Why don't we call her Ben?
A cow named Ben.
I'll think of a good name for her after I get to know her.
Ah, you two get going.
What's wrong, Sam?
Trouble over at Rison's. Wickhaws, another Circle Mac rider, burned down a storage shed.
You and Ben didn't get mixed up in it.
Oh, there's nothing we could do. They had their guns on us. poor Oliver. All of his seed grain burned, his tools. He should have fought back from the first.
Well, they stopped by while you were gone. They've been in town shopping, and they said that Dave Purcell sent you a message. He said to tell you that Fraser's Folly had arrived.
Oh, good. About time.
It's the barbed wire, isn't it, Sam?
Yeah, after we eat, Ben and me'll go and get it.
Oh, Sam, I wish you wouldn't. It won't settle anything.
It'll keep the McHugh cattle off our crops.
But it won't, Sam. It's just going to mean more trouble. You and I got along real well with Jess and Abel before the other homesteaders arrived, and we still can.
I'm not looking for a fight, honey. But I won't be driven off my land like Ryson was.
Well, maybe if you sat down with Abel and had a talk.
Honey, I don't shut the door on a friendly talk with Abel. But somewhere, a man has got to draw a line and say to himself and everybody else, past this, I won't be pushed. I mean to draw my line with that wire. You drive her out back, Ben. We're right with you, huh? Got your message, Dave.
Be with you in a minute.
I think I'll buy this for breath. How much is it?
50 cents.
All right. There you are. And, this is what I still owe you on, Fraser's Folly.
Take the 50 cents, Sam. But I can't sell you the wire.
Well, you sent me word it was here.
Mm-hmm. Shipping it back. Never should have ordered it.
Well, you took my deposit.
I'll give you your money.
I want the wire.
Sam, I'm asking you as a friend. Forget the wire. Find another way.
What other way? You want me to quit like Ryson did? Let the McHughes take over my place, too?
No, of course not.
Well, if I stay, I'm going to have to keep those cattle off my crops. There's only one way I know how to do that. That's to string wire.
That isn't the answer, Sam. Believe me, I'm not trying to defend the McHughes.
Dave, they're trying to scare us out. That's why they picked Ryson. They knew he wouldn't fight back. Well, I don't scare that easy. What's mine, I'm going to protect. If it takes barbed wire to do it, then I'm going to string barbed wire.
Wire can be cut, Sam.
And the man that cuts it can be shot.
Never thought to hear that kind of talk out of you.
No, that's not what I want, believe me, but I'm not running away.
And who wins, Sam? If it comes to shooting between you and Abel McHugh, what's it going to mean for both families?
There's your money, Dave. Ben's waiting for me. Us back.
Sam.
I never saw such mean-looking stuff.
Oh, let's get it loaded. And careful you don't scratch yourself, huh? In my way, Hollis.
Put that stuff down, farmer.
I'm asking you to let me pass.
That's it, farmer boy. You just do as you're told.
Sam, look out!
Most of that gun and get out of my store.
Thanks, Dave.
Haven't even got the stuff in the wagon. And already it started. Taking sides. Cover you while you load. Once you leave here, you're on your own.
barbed wire.
I've heard of it, but this is the first I've seen.
Oh, what is it you came to say, Abel?
Ben, let's go into the house.
No, please, wait. This concerns you all. Abel?
Jess should say this. It was his notion. To keep from having trouble, Fraser, we're here to buy you out.
To make an offer.
It's worth $2,000 to us to have you off this piece of land.
Most anyone in town would tell you that's a fair price.
For the land, maybe.
That's what we're buying.
What about the 4 years of hard work we put in on it? How feelings do we have about the place?
$2,000 cash, and you move out in 48 hours. That's our offer.
Why is it you feel you want us off this land so, well, right now?
Believe me, Mrs. Fraser, if it was just you homesteading on our range, there'd be no trouble.
Like Jess said, we didn't mind when you folks settled in here. We got on all right. But one homestead leads to another. We let you two stay. The next year there was 5. Year after that, 3 more. A few more years, won't be no range left.
No range, and the Circle Mac is out of the cattle business.
The government opened this land to homesteaders.
Government. Our folks settled here before the government even heard of this territory.
$2,000 isn't a big price, but it'll buy a place where you can farm without trouble.
What about the others? You mean to buy them out, too? Or do you figure with me gone, you can just run them off like you did Oliver Ryson?
Our dealings with the others are no concern of yours. We're talking about your place, Fraser. $2,000 for it.
It's not for sale.
Your conscience satisfied, Jess?
Look, don't be hasty. Think it over.
Thinking won't change my mind. I'm set on what I mean to do.
You can be sure of this. You string 1 foot of that wire, we'll burn you out.
Help me load these posts, Ben.
It's gonna be dark in a couple hours.
We'll string what we can.
Sam, you heard what Abel said.
Yeah, I heard.
Stuff couldn't keep a man off our place.
It's not meant to. It's meant to keep cattle off. Make that a little deeper, huh, Ben? Now, boy.
Now, listening to McHugh's this afternoon, I could kind of see how we'd feel if we were cattlemen.
Yeah, well, we're not.
But Jess seems to want what's good for both sides.
Jess McHugh's a cattleman. He wants an open range just like his brother. The only difference is he thought he could get us out of his way with money. Some ways, I got more respect for Abel than I have for Jess.
It's because Abel's more like you.
Let's keep going, huh? Oh, I'm sorry we're late. We worked as long as the light lasted.
I kept your suppers warm. Beth and I have already eaten.
Your brother Ben disapproves, too.
$2,000 is a good price for this farm, Sam.
If I want to sell it,
Sam, I'm scared. Not for me, but for Ben and you.
I shouldn't like to see you trouble like this, honey, but I gotta stand on what I feel is right.
Sam, please take the money.
I'm sorry. I can't do it.
Head back for the corral, I guess, Jess.
We'll finish tomorrow.
Right.
I better see if I can haze that fella up here.
late. Ready to get to bed.
What about you?
I'd sleep.
You have to sleep sometime.
Ben, don't spell me. You go to sleep now, huh? Dave.
Look, go and get your buckboard hitched. You gotta get away from here. Quick.
What's wrong?
About an hour ago, one of the Circle Mac hands came to town, looking for Doc McGill for Jess.
What's wrong with Jess?
He didn't know you started stringing your barbed wire. He was out chasing a stray. His horse pitched him into the wire, head first.
Oh.
Doc was on a call over to the Myers place. McHugh's man went to fetch him. You got a little time now. You better wake Ben and your little girl. I'll help you load as much of your stuff as we can onto your wagon.
I'm not leaving, Dave.
Look, as soon as they patch Jess up, they'll ride over here to burn you out. Stay and try to stop them, they'll kill you for sure.
Honey, you get Beth and Ben ready. You go with Dave.
If you stay, I'm staying.
Me too.
No, now.
Do you think by staying you'll save this place?
I'm gonna try.
Now look, be sensible. You willing to get hurt? Maybe killed just for a piece of land?
Dave, my pa was a sharecropper. He worked another man's land. Well, in his whole life, he never had one single thing that he could call his own. Dirt floor shack we slept, the slop we ate, even the air that we breathed belonged to somebody else. And that somebody never let us forget for a minute that he owned us. Listen, I'm sure grateful to you to come over here and warn us like this, but I can't give up this land of mine. I'd die before I give it up. You better get going, huh? You take my family with you.
No, Sam.
It's the war all over again. Nice people on both sides setting out to kill one another.
Well, I reckon you want me to use the rifle.
Go back to bed, Ben.
They may be on the way.
I'll call you if I need you. Go back to bed. Even though you feel I'm wrong, you stay.
I didn't say you were wrong. I just said I was scared. Stay here.
That saves us the trouble of coming in after you, farmer.
Get on with it.
Don't move, neither one of you. You all right?
Yeah.
Put the rifle down, Ben.
Do as he says.
Ain't that farmer boy great?
Oh, wait that!
There was no call for that.
I thought he was going to turn on Jess.
That's a lie. You hit him when he lowered his gun.
Shooting's too good for the Frasers. That's what you said when we carried Jess in. I suppose you forgot that now.
I ain't forgot. Jess, show Fraser what his barbed wire did.
Your wire works fine, Mr. Fraser. Just fine.
Take a good look, so you won't forget.
I'm gonna fix it so they'll never forget. Wait! Stop it! Wait! Wait!
Drop it, Sam, or I'll fire.
Jess, shoot him.
You can shoot me, but it won't save you. So who wins?
Abel, who does win?
After what they did to you?
There's been hurt on both sides.
What do you say, Abel?
You'd kill me and die yourself before you'd move out? What do you want, Fraser?
Only what's mine. And your word that you'll respect it.
There's got to be respect on both sides if we're going to live neighbors.
Somehow we'll work it out. I didn't think you'd stay.
You would have.
And he's just as stubborn as you are.
I still don't want you here, but I reckon we made a deal. I'll stick to it.
We're both here to stay, Abel. Maybe one of these days we can be friends again.
This has been a 4-star production.